I'm just going to wait until 10 past. Hello to anybody who happens to be with me, but I'll just give it another couple of minutes in case other people want to come along. Okay, so it's 10 past 7 by the clock on my laptop. So I will begin, and this feels a little bit strange. But then I think everything these days feels a little bit strange. So first of all, you're all very welcome to my kitchen. And before I do anything else, I would like to very much thank Roz and Simon Lewis, who very kindly sent out the invitation to several of us writers to take part in this holding cell, which is a great idea. Anything that increases our sense of connection, I think, in these really peculiar days has to be very welcome. So what I decided to do over the next while was to read some tasters from the 12 novels that I've had published over the last 25 years or so. And I'm going to start, I think, appropriately enough with the first one, which was called In the Beginning. And for any aspiring writers out there, my first novel took me 12 years to complete. So don't give up hope. If writing is what you want to do, keep going. So although this is quite old, I have obviously got a certain fondness for it because it is the first book that I managed to get published. And also because it was a book which started my very happy relationship with readers in Italy, again, almost 25 years ago. It was shortlisted for the Italian Booksellers Prize all those years ago. And still, believe it or not, has quite a lively audience. And I suppose it's because in many ways, it's just a very timeless story. And one which I suppose, although the circumstances around it might age somewhat, I think the story itself probably still resonates with people. So what I'll try and do for the next few weeks is to schedule maybe a couple of slots every week and to give you, as I said, tasters to all of the novels that are out there. Okay, so this is just a short reading, a short taster from In the Beginning. Prologue. In the beginning, there is a family. It is not in any way remarkable. It's a very ordinary family, just like yours and mine. In this family, there are 5 people. The father's name is Ben. He is 45, thinning on top, soft around the middle. He has his own business and brings home the bacon. He is fond of his children and does not beat his wife. Rose is the mother. She is 42, a little weary after 20 years of war with her waistline. She's a loving mother, an efficient homemaker, and she doesn't cheat on Ben. There are 3 children. Their ages range from 6 to 17. They are of great importance to themselves, but for our purposes, for the moment, they are simply the children. This unremarkable family goes on living from day to day. Ben and Rose often ask themselves, is this all there is? But they do not ask each other. One day, Ben comes into the kitchen. He's looking for Rose. She is boiling eggs. Rose. He has used her name very little recently, so she looks up, surprised. We have to talk. The world collapses. Years spiral into turmoil. Lives are shattered. Rose knows now that all these disasters were once heralded by that phrase, we have to talk. I've got to get away for a bit. I think we need a break from each other, just for a while. I'm sorry to do it like this, but I'm just not happy. Rose watches the eggs. She's fascinated by the way they bubble to the surface on a geyser of boiling water. One of them has just split and is oozing a gelatinous whiteness into the troubled water. She knows now that it will be all watery inside. It is a morning made for cliches. We have to talk. My knees turned to jelly. I couldn't believe my ears. We decided on a trial separation. Rose looks into Ben's face to see if there are answers there, any clues to explain the bag packed and ready at his feet. Now? She asks stupidly. He shrugs. I don't see any point in waiting. This has been coming for a good while, you know that. Does she? Is this what he has meant by his long silences, his growing dissatisfaction with business, his restlessness? She is aware that something has been bubbling underneath for some time, but perhaps a holiday, a weekend away together without the children. But now it seems that it is not so easily fixed, whatever it is. She feels quite calm. She turns off the hob and wipes the splashes away, trying not to look at him. She believes that it is so with all the great crises in people's lives. The moment passes without any great drama. The drama comes afterwards. She's aware of the moment, of him, of herself, of the now quietly steaming saucepan of eggs. She knows all these details are engraving themselves behind her eyes to be replayed over and over again. She pulls her gaze away from the comfortable, the familiar. She focuses on Ben. Can't we talk? Do you have to go now, before we've even had a chance to discuss it? He makes a gesture of impatience. I've been trying to talk to you for years. I must get away to clear my head. I'll call you when I get back. She knows that he is determined, also exasperated. Aren't you even angry? He demands. Throw something. Thump me if you want, but for Christ's sake, react. No, I'm not angry, she says. I don't know what I am, but I don't want to thump you. Ben starts abruptly towards the door. This is final, isn't it? She says. This isn't just for a while. Ben turns towards her, his face white. I think so. I don't love you anymore. And now he's gone. The door closes quietly behind him. Rose calls to the children that it is time to leave for school. She puts their lunch boxes on the table, and another day begins. Okay, thank you, everybody. And on Thursday, which is when I'll try to schedule the next reading, I'll read from my second novel called A Name for Himself. In the meantime, stay well, stay safe, and stay home. Bye for now.